Happy Sunday, guys. Welcome back to Bald Father Bets. We're going to give you a quick recap of yesterday's College Football Saturday. Move into today, Sunday, where we will pick every game against the spread, let you know the picks we've already made and then the ones that we are adding. And as well, talk a little bit about Monday night, where we already made one play, and then we'll come at you again tomorrow night, probably for the second play. But again, if you are betting with us, if you're winning with us, the only thing that we ask, please subscribe, notifications on, like, share, comment. Let us know what your thoughts are, what plays you've made, what plays you don't like that I have, which ones you're riding with. Just love the interaction. We'll always keep this free. Just want to grow the channel. So, quick recap of yesterday, where we did not have a good day. Went 4-11 overall in units. Started out the day great again, kind of like we did last Saturday, and then collapsed towards the end. So started out 4-0. Got the win with Kansas State for 2 units over Oklahoma State. That one was really never in doubt. And then as well, came in with Oklahoma with the win against Auburn. That one was a very late cover. Probably should have no business winning that game. Auburn kind of dominated time of possession, total yards, first downs, everything. But as in Auburn fashion, they very much so gave that one away very late there at the end. In the later afternoon games is where things started to kind of fall off for us. So had Texas minus the 37.5 and then doubled down at halftime, 1 unit each, neither of those hit. And we had UCF minus the 14 and doubled down at halftime, and neither of those hit. So really surprised by the UCF. I think we're officially at a point now where we can say that Colorado's run defense has improved to a point that it cannot be considered really the main weakness of the team. I mean, UCF just kept trying to get the running game going, and Colorado held strong. And then on the backside, UCF, their weakness was their secondary, and Colorado absolutely was able to exploit that. Then we moved into we also had Notre Dame minus the 6 against Louisville, and that was a win. So that brought us to 4-4 between the morning and then the afternoon games. Then we went into the evening games, where we had Penn State minus the 18 for 2 units, and we had Georgia minus the 1.5 for 5 units. Penn State got the win 21-7. We were not able to cover. They missed 2 field goals. Pretty short field goals, low 40-yard range, missed them both, so that kept us from the cover in that one. And then Georgia, Alabama, I don't think I really need to tell you guys what happened. I'm sure everyone watched that. One of the best games that I've ever seen, one of the best games in the past few years. It's a shame that we weren't able to come out on top of that one, but sometimes it's, hey, that was any person's game when you have a 1.5, 2-point line. Could have gone either way. Still think Georgia's the better team between them. I think you kind of saw that they played better for most of the game. They just got blitzed early, went down 28-0. But you could see those are some of the best coaching staffs. Never any panic from the Georgia side when they got down 28-0. And then on the flip side, when Georgia took the lead late there, that could really take the wind out of a lot of team sails. And no panic from the Alabama side, from DeBoer, that coaching staff, Milroe. Just a great game overall. So 4-11 on the day, and that brings us to 92-66-1 on the year as we move into NFL Sunday. So starting out, Broncos and Jets. We are going to lay the 8 points with the Jets for 1 unit. Like the revenge factor here, Rodgers did not get to play in the game last year after the comments between Hackett and between Sean Payton. He does get to play in this one. And again, we're going to continue that trend of when the Jets play against a team with a low QBR, Bo Nix being a rookie quarterback, this game being in the Meadowlands, really like the Jets' chances here in this one. So 1 unit on the Jets minus the 8. Then we have the Packers. We've already made this play, minus the 2 against the Vikings. Jordan Love coming back. Darnold a little banged up. Think it's time for the Vikings to come back to earth here. Like the Packers, think they're one of the best teams in the NFL, so we're going to be laying the 2 with them. And then we come to the Falcons and Saints. Again, we've already made this play, laying the 2 with the Falcons for 1 unit. We're going to up that to 2 units. So you can still get the Falcons minus the 2. We're upping that to 2 units against the Saints. Historically, Falcons have done well against the Saints. I think the Saints are still overvalued from their first 2 games, and I think the Falcons have a very good team and ultimately have the kind of the inside track to win that division. Like the Falcons minus the 2 there for 2 units. Then we have Buccaneers against the Eagles. We are taking the Buccaneers plus the 1.5. That one's going to be for 1 unit. Buccaneers have played the Eagles very close under these two coaching staffs and actually kind of dominated them in the NFC wildcard round last year in the playoffs. Like the Buccaneers in a bounce back spot here, like Baker, Mayfield. Again, Eagles dealing with some pretty serious injuries along that offense. Think it'll impact them. So we're taking the Buccaneers here plus the 1.5, and that's for 1 unit. Then we go into the Bengals and the Panthers. Struggle with this one a little bit back and forth just due to the spot that the Bengals are in. But like the Panthers at home here, plus the 5, could be a lose but cover the spread type situation. And still think the Panthers are a bit undervalued from their time with Bryce Young at quarterback compared to what Andy Dalton brings them as a veteran starter and someone who is quite accurate with the football. So taking the Panthers plus the 5, and that's going to be for 1 unit. And then we already made the play on the Jaguars plus the 7 for 1 unit. That line was only at 7 for a small amount of time, so hopefully you guys were able to grab that one. I probably wouldn't take it at anything less than 7, but Jaguars plus the 7, that's 1 unit. Then we have the Colts, Colts plus the 2.5, that's again for 1 unit. We've already made that play. Really like that one. I think the Steelers in a good fade spot here, being 3-0, being on the road. Steelers on the road as a favorite historically under Tomlin have not been great. Where the Steelers tend to do well is outright wins as an underdog. So really like the Colts here plus the 2.5. That's going to be for 1 unit. And then we move into the Bears. Bears minus the 3, and we're going to do that for 2 units. They're going against the Rams. Rams again, a lot of injuries on their side of the ball. Bears have played well this season, especially defensively. Just don't have the wins to show for it. But they are completely banged up. I think this is a game where the Bears can kind of play a smaller game plan and get out of there with a win. They're at home. Stafford on the road, outdoors, is becoming a thing. Everyone kind of likes to point to Jared Goff about that, but when you actually look at the numbers, Stafford actually might be worse on the road outdoors. So Bears minus the 3, that's going to be for 2 units, and then we move into the afternoon slate. We have the Commanders and the Cardinals, where hype boys will be beating their meat all over the country to watch Kyler Murray play Jaden Daniels. The hype boy play here is the over, or parlaying both the over in rushing yards for Murray and Daniels. We are going to be taking the Cardinals laying the 3. Excuse me. Most places have this at 3.5, so you're going to have to search to get this one at 3, but you can get it. It's a really good spot here for the Cardinals. Commanders a bit overvalued after that time against the Bengals, and neither of these defenses I think are going to do much stopping in this game. We don't bet totals, but while I did say it's the hype weight play, I don't hate the over in this one. But the Cardinals are a pretty good football team this year, and like their chances here to get a win and a cover. So we're taking the Cardinals laying the 3 against the Commanders. We're going to take the Patriots plus the 10.5 against the 49ers. Cardinals is 1 unit. Patriots plus the 10.5 against the 49ers. Again, that's 1 unit. 49ers getting healthier, but not 100% back yet. It's just too many points for an NFL game. Like the Patriots at a bounce back spot after they were really poor against the Jets last week. A lot of time in between that game to now, and think that they have an opportunity here to at least cover, make this thing close against the 49ers. Then we are going to take the Raiders plus the 3 against the Browns. This one, in most books, what happens is it goes to 3, it's at 3 for about 5 minutes. They get significant buyback from sharps, and then it goes back to 2.5. So just kind of wait on this up until kickoff. You will be able to get it at 3 at least one of the books that you play between now and kickoff. It was at 3 for maybe 3 minutes on one that I saw, came back. Another one went to 3 for about 2 minutes. It's going to be one of those ones where you're just going to have to watch it closely. Kind of oddly love this spot for the Raiders. Everybody injured. Adams out, Crosby out. This is a spot where the Raiders just do what the Raiders do. They'll win this game outright. I feel like Browns still overvalued. Browns also with injury situations, especially along the offensive line. Deshaun Watson, I don't understand why people still think that eventually he's going to have this bounce back. He is what he is at this point. Like the Raiders at home in the Dome to cover the 3. So that's going to be for 1 unit. We already played the Chargers plus the 9 against the Chiefs for 2 units. I would be willing to do this at anything 7.5 or better on the Chargers. You can't lay it with the Chiefs here. The Chiefs almost never cover these spreads. Harbaugh going to shorten this game. This is not Staley. He actually is a real head coach. So like them for 2 units. We have it plus the 9. If you didn't get it at plus the 9, anything 7.5 or better I think is okay to play on this one. And then we move into Sunday Night Football. We will be on the Ravens for this one. Went back and forth in terms of the amount of units. So you can get the Ravens at -2 at some books. So we're taking the Ravens minus the 2. Whatever you do, do not play this at -3, because if a book gets it to 3, it'll be at 3 again for 2 to 3 minutes. They'll get significant sharp buyback from on the Bills for high dollar amounts, because it's just the rules. Sharps play by the rules, and if the Bills go to +3, it's an automatic. They have to play it. So if you just wait a few minutes, it'll come back down to 2.5 at whatever your books are that you're looking at. But you can get this at 2. Right now, we have this as a 3-unit play. Make sure you're checking the community posts. I may up this as the day goes on and more info comes in. Like the Ravens in the spot quite a bit. You guys have me on record saying that I'm not in on the Bills this year. Obviously, so far I've been proven wrong. They look like the best team in the NFL. I still am not in on the Bills this year. If you go back and you watch some of those games, there's just, yes, they blitz teams early. The games have been over. There's just times where they haven't quite been tested that I think the Ravens will test tonight, like the Ravens in the spot minus the 2. Again, we have that for 3 units. Check on the community post if I make a change there. So, and then just a reminder, we already have the Lions minus the 3.5 against the Seahawks tomorrow for 3 units. Nothing yet on the Titans and the Dolphins. Dolphins did name the starters, so Tyler Snoop Huntley will be the quarterback there. I like that, actually. Happy that they did that over Boyle. Like him more than Boyle or Skylar Thompson. But nothing yet to make a play. I want to see how things progress into tomorrow night and how the line moves. If we get to Titans +3, that also could be a difficult spot to pass up on, as they are an 0-3 team in desperate need of a win. And Will Levis is a bit playing for his job at this point, as the current coaching staff there has no ties to him. They did not draft him. The GM there didn't draft him. No one who is at the Titans right now is tied to Will Levis. So this is kind of him playing for his, well, not his career, because he'll get another opportunity somewhere else, but at least his time with the Titans. So we'll be on that one tomorrow, make a video, let you guys know. But again, please comment, like, share. Make sure you're subscribed, make sure notifications are on so you can get the community posts. Anytime we have a halftime play or have to make a change, or we see a line throughout the week that, hey, you need to grab this now, such as Chargers plus the 9, which is now at 7.5. But yeah, really thank you guys for the interaction. Thank you for following along. Really appreciate it. Let's keep winning and have a great NFL Sunday. Bye-bye.